Yes.
Awesome. 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 So everybody's headed back from the expo. Our last session and our last brand spotlight was amazing. So I know you had fun inside their booths, the fashion booths. I hope you got something really cute to wear for your next video conference, right? Because we wear a pretty blouse or head wrap or something. But we're so excited to have Key here. This is our next speaker. It's Miss Quianna Camper. And we're so excited to have you. Thank you so much for being a part of this.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. And the title of this conversation is Discovering Your God-Given Purpose.
Yes.
Your God-given purpose. Yes. So tell us really quick, just background around you, Key. If you would just to say who you are and what you represent, just in a few seconds. Can you tell us that?
All right, so I'm Quianna Camper. I am a personal trainer and wellness coach, and just a little bit of my background. I always get asked the question if I'm an athlete or not, and no, I'm not an athlete, but I mean, if you consider a dancer an athlete.
I know, that's what I love about you. You're a dancer. Yes.
I love dancing.
Yeah.
So that's totally my background. Like literally, that's where that's where all this arrived from. I mean, not my passion, so to speak, and I'm pretty sure we'll dig into that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So my background is dance. A little bit about, dancing is I danced since I was 4 years old up until like my freshman year in college. And I stopped when I had my daughter, but it's still in me. It's still in me. I think I work out graceful. So yeah, that's a little bit about my background.
Yes, yes. So I gotta ask, tell us a little bit about your road to discovering yourself, and what steps did you take to discover your true self?
Okay. Well, I don't know about you or anybody else, but it wasn't a smooth discovery. It definitely came with some hurdles, some trial, error. But I feel like what helped me, is my foundation with God. So I didn't have a relationship like I have with him now, but I feel like he kind of like pushed me into figuring out who I was, because he knew that I was going to have to work with other people and to help them in that area in their life. So with discovering me, it just really, really started with my relationship with God. And then everything else kind of like, came and trickled out after that.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel like, do you have like a story that kind of represents a little bit of like that kind of like defining moment for you a little bit?
Wow. It's like which defining moment actually?
Yeah. It is. It is.
You know what I mean? Because well, let's just stay with this. A defining moment. I would really say it happened when I, went through a divorce from my daughter's father.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a really like a defining aha moment that I needed to figure out who I was. Kind of like not with my purpose. Like I didn't get there yet, but I just wanted to know who Quianna was. Like, what does she like without someone else? What does she love? What does she want to fix in the inside? Just things around me that I started to see that was only because of someone else and not because of me. That's in my life and in my personal life and in work and everything else. So one of those defining moments, I would definitely have to say when I, went through a divorce. That was real, like one of the biggest defining moments in my life.
And a lot of people can relate to that. You get out of a relationship, and I know I've read an interview you did before, and you talked about like just discovering what you like again, what I like, because sometimes you're so used to like just going along with what everybody what they want,
right.
that partner wants, because you're trying to keep them happy or whatever, whatever the case is. And so kind of like, what movies do I like? Where do I really like to go?
Exactly. The littlest things. But that matters, because when you are discovering who you are, though, that plays a big factor, whether it's to, when you do get into another relationship, to be able to bring that to the table, or just for your singleness and finding out who you are in your singleness. So I think that all the questions are like leading up to this one big thing, and that's purpose. And so with this, I had to literally, it took a lot of digging.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still not done. You know, we
Yeah.
discover who you are every day. This is an
Yeah.
everyday, you know, the journey.
Yeah.
You never really arrived, but I really feel like up until now, it has been one hell of a ride.
Yes. 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 Tell us this. While seeking self-love, you realize that your ultimate purpose is to help others
Yes.
become their better version of themselves. You are a fitness guru. You have over 100,000 people following you on Instagram, you know, following your journey of fitness and how to get there. And you have celebrity clientele, and you do all of these amazing things of helping people become the better versions of themselves. But what events that you said, I know you said like the divorce to help with that self-realization type of deal, but then also what are some other events that have kind of happened to get you to, you know, kind of get that self-realization?
Wow. I would say figuring out that I love to work out. And I would say that because
Let's pause right there. Hold on, Key. We need some of that in our spirit. Come on, where my people? We need the I love the workout spirit. I'm gonna say that.
I do.
I love to work out.
I do. I know it's crazy. I know it sounds crazy because it's so painful, but I literally love to work out.
Yeah.
I love working out.
Yeah. I love it. Okay, what is this? They call it the endorphins and stuff. Like I love it after I finish. So it's like that feeling of
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But we gonna get.
You gotta get, so that's like you're far, so you should love working out like me, because that's what I feel like. I love the effect of it. Like, wow, this burned, but it felt good. Like I look in the mirror and I see a little curve, and I'm like, okay, so let's back up. Like, what about the what about putting the outfit on? You know what I'm saying? Or what about creating the workout? You know, starting there, or just mentally preparing yourself that, you know, what you're doing, it may not feel good in the moment, but it's for an everlasting feel good when you're finished. You know? Like, let's start there. Like, let's fix this first, because that working up to the progress of your workout that's far. You're far.
Yeah. I love that. You like, I love to work out, but you know, I love how you said we have to fix this though. Like that's
you do, but that's where it starts. That's where it starts. So I feel this is my favorite line. If mentally you want it, physically it'll show. So
say that one more time. Say that one more time.
If mentally you want it, physically it'll show.
That's a tweet. Yes.
For real, because think about it. So you already know that it's a painful process. You already know that, you know, what you're going to do, it doesn't feel good. That's like any change. So when you work out, you're not doing it just for kicks and giggles. You're doing it for progress. You're doing it for change. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it for transformation. And just like our body, our mental, it already, honestly, keeping it 100, you can already be defeated thinking about the workout before you even start, before you even put the sneaker on. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is what needs to be made up. I'm going to do this because I want to be better with myself. I'm going to do this because I don't want to walk. And let's keep it, let's stay on purpose. I mean, you could do purpose or fitness, either or. This works for both. But you can say, I'm going to be a better person. Yeah. And you're going to strive to that. I don't care if fear gets in there, doubt, overthinking, worry, stress, all of that is going to come, but that's just of a distraction. And so to avoid those distractions, I mean, I don't want to go ahead of us, but like to avoid those distractions, you just got to keep going. There's no easier way to say it, but just keep going and just know that it's of a distraction. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay.
Like I can see why you're in the business you're in, because you just motivated the heck out of me. I'm like, after this
I did my job.
I'm gonna work out tonight. Like, I'm gonna go get it.
Listen, let's go. I mean, why not? You know, I mean, seriously though, but that's it starts here.
Yeah, no, that's true. So what was your moment when you realized that fitness wouldn't just be a hobby? And what inspired you to take a leap of faith to pursue fitness full time?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so long story short,
Okay.
I, like I said, one of my defining moments was going through a divorce, and with that, I lost myself. So, me finding myself was I need to start doing something for me. Working out was that thing. So remember, my background is dance, so I love movement. So I was like, you know what? During my lunch break, I was working at the time as in accounting, and so I'm like on my lunch breaks, I'm gonna go to the gym. It was right across the street. I would go to the gym. I would go to the gym every day. I would take my client. I'm sorry. I would take my coworker. And one day, she emailed me and said, "Quianna, I need you to read your email real quick and then call me back." I read her email and it said how much I've inspired her, how, some days that she didn't feel like doing it. It was like I called her on the weekend. She just raved about how I assisted her in losing 100 pounds, right? So
wait, what?
I say that loosely, but it did happen. Yeah.
That's the reason why you said what you said at first. She was like my coworker. No, she was your client, right? Even before you went into business.
I look back at it, I was like, God, you were really using me then without it being my job.
Yeah. No, because that's your purpose, right? It's your job before it really becomes what you
just flows. It flows. It really just flows. And I mean that. Like that's okay. So wait, let me just back up. So so I called her and I'm like, Mom, her name was Monica. I was like, why did you give me the credit? She was like, Quianna, you don't know. You text me during the weekends and told me to remember to take my Zumba class. You asked me, did I make up new recipes and how was my eating? You motivate me and remind me every morning to bring my gym back to work. So yeah, like you helped me. And so I'm like, well, we just was doing this. We had a goal and we were just working out together. Anyway, I got off the phone and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to school to be a personal trainer. I left my job, gave my boss 2 weeks notice, no backup plan, no money saved, like literally, like no money saved. I have a kid, no money saved. I just I'm doing it. And then I remember talking to God, and I remember this so clear. And I said, God, if this does not work for me, I'll get another job. And of course, I did it. And here I am 4 to 5 years later. And so I love it. And I will never not do this.
I love that. I love it. Yes. Hallelujah. Right. Thank God. Like, I love too that. I love the fact that you said, I got options. Like, I can go get a job again. Right.
Because it's not the end of the world. Like everything is trial and error. Like if it doesn't work, okay.
See, that's that swag. That's that swag. That's that black girl energy. Like we gotta have that swag. Like it's okay if it don't work out. Like it's all right. Go get your
that's what we need to realize, that because a lot of us be hard on ourselves, right?
Yeah.
And I don't have the blueprint. My life was not sculpted. I didn't go to college, come out and go. I didn't have a plan.
Yeah.
This was just, I was forced into this, God pushed me here. And so being pushed, it's like, if he think that this is for me, then why not get the best? And why not try everything? And if it doesn't work, then he'll say, no, my child, do this, so I don't get stuck on fear of doing something in my purpose, so to speak.
Right. So to kind of counter that a little bit, since you stay pretty much in faith and pretty like you said, the blueprint, you're not scared to make mistakes, right? You're not or even not even just mistakes, you're not just scared to try, right? Just to try it anyway. When you do have uncertainty, when you do get, when you do sort of have a little self-doubt, if you do, how do you overcome that? What's sort of your method? Do you have like a technique? Do you have a certain thing you do? What's sort of your how you overcome that?
All right. So first is I seek God first. So in everything I do. So I go to him first, and it's like, God, I want to do this. And if it's for me, then please open this door for me. Put me around the right people, that. And, and then I'll go for it. And if I'm not getting, an answer from him, but he answers. But if I'm not like hearing from him, and I need this like right away, then I seek godly counsel. So I'm surrounded by people that see purpose and see it in me, and so that's very, very important. So I'm around like-minded people constantly. I have counselors, I have mentors. You know, therapy is cool. So you know, I'm seeking advice to get advice because I need the wisdom. I need it. So, and knowledge is key. When you don't know, I'm not going to, you know, sit and be in what is it and being unaware of it. I'm going to ask for help. So, you know, I seek God, I seek godly counsel, you know, of course, and I feel like what I do in that sense gives me like the self-awareness, and you know, give me that peace and calm, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I love this scripture that says, you know, like seek God in all his righteousness, right? Like, it's one of those things where, you know, seek the kingdom of heaven. Like, you know, like if you put all your work into that, if you work unto the Lord, right?
Yes.
You know, then everything else everything else will be added to you.
Outside of that is just favorite.
Yeah.
So you know, you see God, I see God, and he opened doors. So I ask him for this, but then he gives me relationship, he gives me wealth. That's all favor from him, because I seeked him. I went forth and I asked him for help, and I put him ahead of it. You know what I mean? And I made him the center of exactly what I want to do. And I don't do anything without his approval. I mean, yes, I have done some things. I'm not perfect, and I'm still trying to, you know, get this thing right called life. But I do feel like he's a big part of my life now. And so, yeah, he's everything to me, especially in my purpose.
Yeah. So then I want to ask you this, because I get this question a lot from friends or friends that get discouraged about fitness. And there are sometimes we're chasing a size versus overall fitness. You rolled your eyes, so that means that you're a little. Tell me what's in your mind.
So the number one thing I'd say, okay, so a person comes to me and say, Quianna, like I want to lose 10 pounds. And I'm like, okay, great. I mean, do you have a size that you used to be? Can I, have you ever achieved what you want to achieve right now? I ask them questions just to get into their head to see where they're at. And the first thing they do is send me this picture. And I'm like, who is that? That's not you. And it's like, we want to be of an image that God did not intend us to be. Because if that was the case, then we would be them. You understand what I'm saying? So I like to embrace who I am. God gave me courage. Thank you, God. I work with those, right? And I feel like that's just how I will clients in. I'm like, yeah. Don't be fooled by this body. We're going to sit, we're going to talk, we're going to get the inside of you, because the inside needs to be clean first, and then the outside will be transformed into this beautiful body that you're going to be.
I love that. Okay, hold on. The inside going to get clean first, and then the outside is going to transform. Going to transform to the inside.
Because that, seriously, with my training, you do get mental work first. So you get life coaching, you get personal training, you get nutrition. It's well-rounded. I don't want a client, me personally, and it's no shade or nothing to nobody else. I don't want a client that just want a big butt. Don't come to me for that. Because why do you want that? Why do you feel you need that in order to love who you are? And then if it's just, okay, I love myself, I just want to, enhance it a little bit. Okay, then we can work. But do not come to me if you feel like that's what's going to make you love yourself. Great. That makes me so mad.
Okay. And I say that because I've seen, where people run marathons, they're healthy people, but their body is just not set up, I guess, to be this certain and that's why I just love when you say that and getting caught up that inside. And I love how you said that. You like, yeah, come on in here, but I'm gonna do the whole thing, girl. Come on. I got you.
So look at this waist, look at this butt. Yep, that's great. Come on, keep looking, come on. And then before you know it, it's like, but I don't love me and I want to work on myself. Yeah, perfect. I knew it. This is really why you're here.
It's really why you're here. It's really why you're here. So give us 3 tips to help us on our journey to discovering our God-given purpose Maybe
Okay.
like 3 tips we can kind of take away that you've learned over the years.
3. So I'm just gonna give you tips, and then literally, I don't know, we'll sum them up to 3 because there's
Yeah,
so many good
yeah,
things. Okay.
yeah.
So saying yes first. You have to say yes to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, saying yes, meaning surrendering yourself to whatever God want to use you for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're going to be a vessel, if you're going to be a light. Um, putting yourself around like-minded people so that you can not only build, because we don't see everything in ourselves at first. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like if you're around people that is going to be 100 with you and that are going to be open and honest with you, and give constructive criticism, I feel like, it'll give you kind of like an assistant with like pushing you forward, like the do's and the don'ts, and pretty much giving you advice.
Okay.
Another, I would say to research on what it is that you want to do. Like if it's fitness, you learn everything about fitness. You learn the different workouts, the different body types, you know what I mean? Learn how to eat properly, things like that in that nature. So, doing proper research is major key, especially if you're in any type of business. You want to know
Yeah.
what you're talking about,
Yeah.
right? And then another is, I'll sign up, but like, I don't want people to live in fear because a lot of us won't step out because they're afraid that it won't work. And the only time it does not work, the number one way it does not work is if you don't try.
Mm-hmm.
So not
Yep.
allowing fear to grip you because it's not going to work if you don't do it. And how do
Yeah.
you know that this one thing, that this small idea can turn into a dream come true?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, so I'll stop there, but
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's so good. I think the theme of everything you talked about, I can tell that your purpose to like motivate and pull that outside of people. I mean, I feel it
Yeah.
talking to you. So,
Yeah.
someone asked the question, do you use a spiritual gifts assessment? That's what someone asked in the chat.
A spiritual gift.
A spiritual gifts assessment. Maybe some type of assessment to know what your spiritual gifts are. Like if they're trying to maybe find their purpose, maybe they're just trying to look for some type of way to assess, like to find out.
Oh, okay, like I'm like, no, I'm not a psychic. I can't tell you what your gift is, but
Yes.
what like me, I'll use everything for me personal. What can't I get enough of? What makes me happy?
Mm-hmm.
What keeps the fire burning in me?
Mm-hmm.
What do I gravitate to more?
Mm-hmm.
And then money is last because money is not the thing. Favor is way better than money. But like,
Mm-hmm.
what can help me make a living? And is this something that's a hobby, or is it something that like literally can be a business for me? Because I like
Yeah.
to do hair, but that doesn't mean that was my purpose. That's a hobby for me. You know what I mean? And if it make me a coin or two, then thank you. But that's not my purpose, and that's not my passion.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got to
Mm-hmm.
find out. And I fast a lot. I definitely turn down my plate. I definitely pray and ask God. I get into my quiet place, and I think that everybody needs to do that. Get in that quiet place to just hear from Him, to understand that, He speaks. I don't know if we listen, but He speaks often. And if we just quiet the noise around us so that we can understand exactly what He's trying to do and trying to tell us in our lives, then, you may have a better understanding. So that might be one way. I hope that answered.
Yes, I got another question from Coach Leah.
Yes.
She asked, what is the roadblock to better you that you hear about the most? So I guess the roadblock to get into a better you that you kind of hear the most.
From people or from me? I guess from people.
From people, I think, yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. Know who is for you and who's not, because you do not listen to every voice. So, and that's very important. So I'm not going to listen to you. If I feel passionate about this, I'm going to try it. And if it does not work, it just does not work for me. Like I said in the beginning, but I don't allow roadblocks from people, because people fear can get into you, and that you can hold on to that and they become your fear. If I know that I like working out and somebody comes and tell me, oh, you shouldn't be personal training, it's not good for you. And I'm like, well, wait, I do. I'm not going to listen to that because why are you know what I mean? Like, you just have to know who's for you. Know who's for you, please.
That's a strong one. That's a strong one. Because then sometimes their voice will get louder than God guiding you.
Way louder.
You know? Yeah.
We'll make it'll start to sound good and sound like, oh, this could be God because they keep saying it. No, no.
Yeah.
God is not tormenting you.
No.
God convicts, but he does not torment.
Yeah. Definitely. You are so good. Like I'm sold on the fact that like I need to be on a virtual situation. What are you doing next with your business and stuff? And how can, I know you're on all of the platforms and doing all that, but tell me what's next for Key, and then how can we connect with you? Say we hear you and we're like, I love what she's on. I want to connect.
Well, I'm still in the making of some things that I just want to make sure it is God. So I don't want to really speak on that until I get a clear yes and no from him.
Okay.
That's very important too. So I just want to make sure it's just not all me, that it's all coming from him. You know what I mean? And that's just the way I structure my business. That's probably why I'm just, I don't know. Like, I think that it's just become more fun for me. So anyway, but yeah, so I'm on all platforms, and or you can just reach me on my website or email me. It is keytohealth@gmail.com. I'm not even sure. Did you ask me for my information? I'm just handing you out my information.
I did. I said, how can we connect with you? Because I know people are motivated on here. Like that, want to connect with you. And I just want, like, if you had any type of what is working with you right now looks like. Is it are you doing anything virtual?
I do virtual training. I have online clients. I have a mentorship. I don't speak about it as often because I'm really selective, and I got to make sure that, you're really serious about it. And it's something that, you're not just fitness, just in life. Because I am an elder at my church. So, I'm grateful that he see fit for me to even be amongst people and to be of assistance to people alike. So I have a mentorship program, and that's going really, really well. And I'm grateful for the people, the beautiful ladies that work with me. So I do mentorship, virtual training, and I have a couple classes that I might do pop-up virtual training classes, that's open for public. Yeah, but for the most part, that's it. I'm not open right now.
Okay, got it. Well, y'all make sure y'all follow her on Instagram. Yes, and make sure you keep up. Key, you are amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for keeping it real with us today. And thank you for being that voice that's helping us now. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I hope this was good.
Oh, it was. I know they're going off in the chat right now. This is really good.
Well, good. We all need it. We in this together.
Yes. That's the part about it too. It's like that sisterhood. It's like, no, we in this together. You can tell that you care, about people.
Nobody's better than the other.
No, not at all. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good one.
You too.
Okay, bye.